I actually have something special for you today. Created live last night and edited.
I just deposited an $8,250.
Did you? Oh, goodness. It's officially... What day is it, Joanna? It's Wednesday.
I was walking.
It's Mark Pires.
Looking for another way.
And the background's all messed up, Joanna. What are we doing?
I look into the windows of
Day 1,612 in a row of the longest running daily variety show.
so many perfect ways to spend your days. It didn't mean, wow, there's something to live.
Not perfect, but it will do. Joanne is pulling her weight again. Guys, we're into it. This is going to be a short show because tomorrow I am having Jerry Ashton on the show to have a conversation. American Conversations is a show I had a concept of about 6 months ago when we did episodes of Get to Know America. My thought process on this is Get to Know America has to continue. I have to start filming that again. And Get to Know America, there's about 6 episodes. If you go to YouTube, you can just type that in and you'll see this really cool concept of going into a new town each week, meeting with the people. I just walk into I see people like hanging out on the street. I'm like, hey, can I ask you a few questions about the town? They answer the questions. Then I go to the first select woman, ask them questions about the town. And then my favorite part after going and doing some sightseeing is to go to the Historic Society and get the 300-400 years of history under our feet. So I've done it with 5 towns, 6 towns, I think. I did New Canaan, Connecticut, Ridgefield, Fairfield, Wilton, and Greenwich, Connecticut. And you guys can go check these episodes out. They're really cool. And like I said, I'm going to be continuing this as we go forward. My concept was to do the whole country. I just need to find a producer who's like, yeah, this is great. Keep going. So if you do like it, subscribe and share. Guys, I am the host of the longest running daily variety show on earth. This is day 1,612 in a row. If you're finding me for the first time, please do me a favor and smack the screen. Please share, because we need more people to know about the longest running show on earth. I write songs live in the moment. We create comedy live in the moment. And we dig into this moment. We create within it. There is nothing but this moment. And Jerry is the gentleman who told me about what he calls the holy instant. I always called it the moment, but it makes sense, the holy instant. It is the present, he called it. I said, yeah, I know. It's a present. This moment is the gift. And if you could find yourself to it, you will find more treasure in life than you will misery. Our misery comes from focusing on the past that we can't change and a future that doesn't exist. So, join me as we continue this daily mission towards positivity and connecting. I know this world wants us to divide, and that's why they won't let you find me. So if you did, spread the word. Share. Smack the screen. TikTok, how you doing out there? I see Wade Dalby. I see Christy. I see Robert Bruce Brown. I can't freaking see with my glasses. Joanne! Wheezing. She's wheezing. Joanne, we're getting a woohoo! I have a guitar in my hand. Don't go anywhere, guys. TikTok. Zabrowski! Matt Zabrowski is about to hit us with a woohoo. Oh, throw it to you? Okay. Woohoo! Right? Guys! When you got a woohoo like that, you know, you're just getting ready for a jammeroo. So, guys, what we're going to do is play my instrument. I have a guitar in my hand, yes. But I also invented the first drum in the world for guitar players. It's called the BeatSeat. So I can play my guitar. That's great and all, but what if I wanted to have a little beat in the background? Well, my heels. Check it out, beatseat.rocks, but... So you can rock out by yourself with the BeatSeat. First drum in the world that you could do this with. And if you don't have a guitar in your hand, you could also sit completely upright and play with your hands and feet at the same time. First drum in the world that you could do that. That's why I patented it. Guys, if you're on TikTok and you want to see the guitar, you want to hear the BeatSeat, the first drum in the world for guitar players, head to YouTube. The link is in the bio, or you can go to Rumble as well, which is the other platform we're live on. And then, of course, TikToking it. We're doing it, you know? We're going over to the BeatSeat scene. Bang, biggity boo. Yep, we got that song in the background. Yes, we do. Oh, it's a freaking State Farm commercial. So, guys, we're putting on the background, which is a light show. But there's tons of commercials now, and I have to find a new light show. I was realizing that. Unless somebody could find a better light show for me to play in the background, that's all I need is something. I gotta freaking fix this over here. It's pissing me off. We wrote some craziness last night. This is tonight's song. Oh, no, this is last night. This is what we just played. That's sick. Now, how about this one? I'm editing this. This is sick. I'm playing it upside down. It's kind of crazy. I can't do it in reverse. I'm trying. Got a background going on over here. Stupid background. Tomorrow we'll add to that. I'm just gonna get ready for this thing. Got a show tomorrow, 12 noon. That's 12 hours from now, guys. Please join me on YouTube. I'm going to have an amazing conversation with my man Jerry Ashton, who's forgiven more than $8.5 billion of medical debt. This is an amazing story. A man who was killing it in the, I guess he was buying debt prior to that. He was a debt, consolidation. Someone who was going out there and collecting debts. And they realized that there is an injustice out there for people, vets, people of color. There's people who are at a disadvantage when it comes to medical debt. And so they put their hats on and figured out how can they do something to make a change. And they have, in the last 5 or 6 years, raised and bought over $8.5 billion in medical debt and then they just forgave it. So all of those vets, all of those people that were being broken by this extra bill they couldn't pay each month, and they had these creditors knocking on their door trying to collect, Jerry and his group purchased and then forgave it. And it's a beautiful story. I can't wait to hear more about it tomorrow. So join me at noon when I have Jerry on right here on the Mark Inspires program on YouTube and on Rumble. So I will see you tomorrow. If you're here, say goodnight now or forever hold your peace. Remember, this is the longest running daily variety show. Can't seem to get anybody to join us except for this awesome family and friends, this small group that comes and joins me every day. But besides that, either the show is terrible,
What if you could do?
or they just really don't want anybody to find it. Rick Sanchez, how are you, my friend? So if you guys are out there, spread the word for tomorrow. This is going to be a really cool show, and I'd love some eyes on this to spread the word for what Jerry's doing. He has a big event coming up that he's promoting for raising funds for doing this again. I think they want to crack $10 billion this year, so I hope that we can have a small part in that and somehow driving some attention towards what Jerry's doing here to make a difference in this world, to forgive medical debt for vets and for people who are disadvantaged. So tomorrow noon, we'll have Jerry on for a conversation, and his companies, he has a few of them, but I think one of them is called RIP Medical Debt. That's the name of the one. That's the main one we're talking about. But he's a very interesting guy. He also has Let's Rethink This, which is another one of his companies. So looking forward to chatting with Jerry tomorrow. Hope you'll be there with me. Bradley Smith, my brother, it's so good to see you. Sydney, my brother, from another mother, with the, Sid 45s. When you're out there buying it, you better buy Sid 45. You don't want to buy just like a Colt 45. That's crap. Colt 45 is crap. You want to go with a Sid 45. And right now, for a limited time, Sid is accepting rupees. Pamela Swan in the house. You're amazing. Rick Sanchez is my spirit animal. So good to see you. Miss seeing you around, Rick. I hope to see you tomorrow when we have this conversation with Jerry. And then again, guys, tomorrow's day 1613 in a row at noon. I don't think there's going to be a second show tomorrow night, so make sure you're there at noon. I'll probably play a song afterwards. So, S-Coop, thank you for everything you do to help this program. Trish Killian, same. We've got Joanne wheezing it out back there, but it's mostly because Rich Killian cares and Trish Killian care. They both care. Together they're caring about the show. And unfortunately now we have a face, to match the wheeze. What's that? No, Joanne, we know you're trying your best. But you have a birth defect. We know. We get it. But you could try a little harder, right? I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm being hard on Joanne. Maybe, But that wheeze is ridiculous, and we're trying to do a show here, trying to monologue it after playing some music. Tomorrow, interview, noon. What's that? No, Joanne, you can't ask a question because no one can hear anything over your wheeze. Oh, hi, Jerry. Joanne has a question for you. I'm sorry. What did she say? All I could hear was like that. You're listening to it. I'm trying my best as a celebrity impressionist to match and to mimic Joanne's wheeze. It's the best I could do on short notice. If I work on it for a little while, it'll be a little better, a little cleaner. But hold on. Right? Wheezy McGee back there. Yeah, Joanne, we know you're doing your best. Unreal. Guys, tomorrow noon, I will see you here. Until then, it's Mark Pires. And this is the Mark Inspires program. 1613 days in a row tomorrow. Wharton Thistle! Find us at the end. Maybe you were here kicking it. I love it. Tomorrow, make sure you go back, guys. The music was crazy tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.